So one of the biggest changes in the sport in the last, well, since I've been doing it, which is professionally for 10 years, I've been entering pro tournaments for 15 years, is Waterski Pro Tour. It used to be that there was sort of 6, 7 or 8 tournaments that happened around the world every year. And they would be very loosely linked. They kind of, it was some sort of point system that was on a website that no one had ever heard of. I mean, and it looked terrible. It wasn't a professional situation.
So the Pro Tour is something now for people to follow. Before, it's like, hey, we go to tournaments, no one cares. Who cares who won last weekend? Who cares who wins next weekend? But for the random person who's, for me, back home in Ontario, who's watching, the Pro Tour gives them something that they can understand and they can follow and they can get excited for. It's showing stats, it's showing, who's been consistent and are there gonna be moves in the leaderboard?
What the sport's missed for many, many years is an anchor point. So the tour is kind of given that vehicle for structure and schedule and calendar and a reason to actually follow people from weekend to weekend. So I've kind of felt it for a long time. If you can build some athletes for fans to be able to support and follow and just become fans of, then the sport will grow. That's really what it's mostly about.
Waterski Pro Tour came in, well, 3 and a bit years ago now. This is the 4th season, and it's put an umbrella around the tournaments. Okay, there's a focal point. So instead of there kind of being 8 random tournaments that don't really know how they relate to each other, there's no way of finding the results. There's no way of kind of understanding what this means related to that, and why did this guy go to that one and not that one, and what's going on. Waterski Pro Tour offers information. You can understand exactly when the tournaments are happening, so you can actually tune in. You can understand when to next watch. You can see the results. You can see who's skiing. You can see who's done well. You can see who's done badly. You can see the course of the season take place in front of your eyes. And what we've seen, which is really, really important, is when there's a little bit of organization around it, when there's people actually working on, when the tournament should be organized, hey, you don't know how to do a tournament? Here's a set of guidelines if you want to do it. Just a sort of repository for organizers. There's been more and more tournaments. So it's gone from having 6 or 7 or 8. Now there's 10, 11, 12 that we see one-off jump events, we see one-off trick events.
I think waterskiing's it's at a transition, and there's a lot of good things going on. There's a lot of potential. For me, I feel like it's on an upswing, and I feel like there's a lot of potential. But it could go, if it goes left, it could just disappear forever. If it goes that way, it's just gonna keep growing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at live pictures of the Swiss Waterski Resort, and yes indeed, the start of the pro season in the Northern Hemisphere is right on our doorstep here for the Swiss Pro Tricks. Lang, 10,780. Neely Ross with an improved score of 10,610. Our only 2 skiers to go over 10K in this competition so far. Followed by Enegay Hunter with 98.70.
It's been like this for the past, I don't even know how many years. It's been me, Erica, Anna. And all three of us would agree that the competition between us has definitely made each of us better. I would have never tricked 11 if it weren't for them. And I would think that they would think the same thing. So it's funny, it's every single tournament we go to, it's kind of us three and then the rest of the pack. And there are a lot of girls trickers coming up now that I think that it may start to, they may start to make their way in there in the next few years, but I don't know. It's been Erica, Anna, and I for a long time now, and that's the group that you can basically bet on one of us winning, and you can pretty much bet that all three of us are going to podium at every single tournament, unless one of us majorly messes up.
And here comes Anna Kay Hunter. Let's see what she's got. 20 seconds of time start now. Toe 7 front, toe 5 back, toe wake back to back, toe wake back to back reverse, surface toe back to backs, toe 5 front, toe O out, toe O straight back in, toe wake O. Pretty good clip here, toe wake line O. Now, does she go for the toe wake line back? Yes, positional to the front and a toe back and a toe wake line back to back. So,
okay, stand up pass. She usually tries to throw in a toe wake front at the end there. Ski line 5 front, guys. Is she going to change it up? There's the wake 5 back. No, it's ski line back to back. She's trying to go fast. Ski line back. Straight into that back to back.
That transition is so quick to have that reverse mob in the middle of your run like that.
And look at the height that she's generating as well. Taking it out.
Really good.
Good soft landings. Boom, there we go. There's the front flip. Here's the reverse. Bam!
Oh.
Look at that.
That
Couple of side slides at the end.
Yeah, it's definitely made me more competitive. And the cool part about it is, especially when Erica changed up her toe pass a few years ago, it definitely opened up my mind, because that was when I started changing up my hand run. Same thing with Anna. All of us are doing a little bit more unconventional passes now. Erica does a pretty unconventional toe pass. I started doing an unconventional hand pass, same with Anna. So I feel like we're getting a lot more creative with where we get our points and playing to our strengths, because each of us do trick very differently.
All right then, here we go. This is Neely Ross. Settling in, pass number 2, positional to the back, mo back. And it's reverse. Half jack, boom. Struggling with that one. Now she's gonna go for the remaining tricks there with the flip twist. Losing a little bit of time as a result there with some ski lines towards the end. There's the front flip. That may end up being the last trick that she has within time, or she actually may end up losing it entirely, depending upon how much time she expended trying to recover off that half jack. All right, let's see what we've got here for Erica Lang. The world record that she has possession of is at 11,360. Let's see if she can get close to it. Look at this. Here comes the half jack, nails that one. Look at her go with front flips, and here's the reverse front flip. What does she have remaining? There we go, flip twist to the back. She has ski lines from here on out, ski line O to the back, the 540-degree turns towards the end. And just trying to throw in everything that she can think of right in the end. Here it is, boom, nails that one. Toe wake front. Look at her go.
Not holding back. Solid. That's her tempo now, isn't it?
Just winding it on. Look at this.
Fast rhythm is safe for her. She's just got to push all the way. There you go.
Oh,
that's
bounces
good pinning.
out of that.
Look at that.
Pinning.
Oh, beautiful.
That's the kind of pinning we like to see right there.
Okay, we got a score for 11:30. Okay, so that's a winning score.
In the finals, I did go for a harder run, not a world record run, but a harder run, and I tricked over 11,000 points. I think it was 11,030 points. So super excited about that. Anytime I trick over 11 in a big tournament, I'm super excited.
And finals, my goal is always to stand up, but honestly, my goal was to trick 11. I felt like I had the speed, I had all the components, but honestly, I just didn't pull everything perfectly together. Hands, everything felt great, but I messed up on one of my flips and it cost me a bunch of time. But no, it was an awesome event, and Again, I was happy with how I tricked there. It's just needed to pull things together a little bit more.
I think since I was 5, I knew I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be world champion, and that I wanted to have the world record. I think that was like a goal of mine since I was little. I have it written down somewhere. My goals when I was first learning English, when I moved to the States when I was 9, and it was pretty clear what I wanted to do. I feel like I've accomplished most of the things that I want to do, but I don't think I'm done yet.
My name is Matias Gonzalez. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Chile. It's really hard to school and then train. I go to school start at 8, and then when I have sport at the school, when I have time to go to a lake, I go and then I come back, and it's really hard, but I can do it. Yeah, 6 days out of 7. I always stop on Sunday. I don't ski, I rest. And then the day I ski 40 minutes, 30 minutes. And then when I don't ski really good, I try to do another set, 15 minutes more, and then repeat all the week that.
Men's trick skiing is insane right now. No one can, debate that. All of the men's trickers, it's actually interesting because when you look at Anna, Erica, and I, we're actually old compared to all the men's trickers that are coming up, and they're just doing so incredible. They're like, Matty's 16. But yeah, nobody can debate how competitive men's tricks is right now. I think it's the most competitive event there is.
When you think about it, 100 points is literally less than a side slide. A back is 60 points. We do have our runs built to beat each other or to do the best we can. When stuff doesn't go fully right, I would say it gets the most entertaining. I would say trick skiing in general has changed a lot over the last couple of years. Before it was, for example, Alexei Sarnasek, he used to have the world record, and it was 12,570. However, at another tournament, he didn't need to do that because skiers at that time weren't tricking over 12 consistently. So tricking recently, it's like, well, if you want to win a tournament, you have to break the world record.
Don't think anyone does it faster than this guy. In and out of the toe 7, toe 5, super quick.
This is where he picks up the speed.
Yep, throwing at it this time. And very tidy too, very quick in between these toe line back-to-backs. Little slack rope there, bounces back into it, slide, and there's a toe line back. But Matty Gonzalez throwing down everything in the toes there. Picked up a few points, and he is going to be going for the podium. He has to get ahead of 12.230 to guarantee that spot. That is a huge ask, but he can do it.
Look at this.
Very, very quick. And the back to front, the half twist, and the reverse.
He's going for it. Look at this.
There's the front flip. He is so close to the wakes, wasting no time. Ski line 5 front.
What has he got left?
Ski line 5 back. He is going big on this. That's huge, guys.
7 front. There you go. Let's give it up for Matthias.
He can't lay up. This guy's got to go for it. 12.440 on the board. He's got to throw everything at it. And he can. He is starting off now with toe 7, toe 5 back. The traditional kind of run into the toe wake back-to-backs. He does them fast. This is where it varies a little bit. A couple slides into that toe line back, skipping the toe wake O, as you mentioned before, Tony. Toe line back-to-backs. Oh, he's lost a little bit of time, and he's down, guys.
Oh, my word.
Toe line back-to-back. He was pushing the speed and just slipped on the front, and he is in the water. Quietly,
and it can
guys.
happen that quick, folks. I mean, just a lapse in concentration, or just not an adequate enough edge or spin.
So I was doing toe line back-to-backs. That's when you kind of go over the rope, doing a 360. I did the second one, and for some reason, I looked up at a drone, and I was like, what the hell? And then I did a toe front, and when I did the toe front, I was kind of not in the place where I normally do it, and I rushed the trick, fell, and then I was like, well, I'm definitely not winning now, so, but I still wanted to do a good hand run.
He's going to have to go full tilt here in order to get onto the podium at the very least. Let's see what he's got.
He's gripping that handle tight. He's going to go for it. Here it is. The back-to-back mobs to start. The back-to-back and the back-to-front flip. He's keeping it tight. He's keeping it fast. Really quick through those flips. Now the ski line 5 front. Ski line 7 nails it. Ski line O back, ski line 5 front. Can he throw an extra trick in? There's a ski line back and a wake back-to-back possibly. He's angry at himself. That was a huge Hand pass.
And let's not forget, Pato Font has already tricked 12,770 as a pending world record in round number 1.
So I think he knows it. Pato Font is going to go home with a pending world record. He's not going to go home with the Swiss Pro Trick title this year. And that guy consoling him on the dock could be your winner. 12,440, Matty Gonzalez, Jake Abelson sitting there with the silver. For the second place, 12,230. Martin Labra currently in third, waiting on a score for Pato.
Oh yeah, thank you.
That's really good. Really good. Really good. Let's put it safe. Come on.
So we're sending it back to Freddie Winter.
Matty, you are a professional trick water ski champion.
It is the best tournament of the year, I have to say.
I really do love this tournament. I'm so excited that, you know, it's just a trick tournament. We don't have that. We don't have just pro trick tournaments.
The Waterski Pro Tour, currently, I would say most of the events are slalom currently, but they've been adding in some trick events now, and it's been awesome, you know, just seeing it all come together.
I think it's awesome, and I think all the trickers really appreciate it because everybody wants to come to this event. Really, nobody misses it.
Hi, my name's Jamie Bull. I'm a Canadian water skier, and I've been competing on the Pro Tour since 2017. I was not at Moomba Masters this year or any year because Moomba's in the Southern Hemisphere, and so it's winter for me. I spend my winters in Canada in the snow because I like long off season. So for me, it doesn't make sense to get rid of that off season. That's a time for me to heal my brain, heal my body, just get away from water skiing for a bit and do some other things. And the other side is also it's incredibly expensive to go to Australia. So if I'm gonna fly all the way down to Australia for one event, it's pretty risky financially to go down there. I injured my left leg in the spring of 2023, and I suffer from a torn posterior superior tibiofibular ligament, which is pretty much the ligament that holds your tibia and fibula together by your knee is fully torn. Feels like there's a knife jamming in the back of my knee. So, a bit. But it's doing a lot better. Like, if this summer it was a machete in the back of my knee, now it's like just a normal kitchen knife. So, we're getting there, but it's slow. I am a bit nervous about my leg for the season. It's pretty unknown whether there's been any healing going on or if it's just scar tissue buildup. I don't know if I might make a turn and it might blow, and then I'm not sure what will happen. So pretty unknown. It's a little hard to rehab and to start getting back into things when you don't have necessarily the great idea of what's going on, but super fortunate to have a great team here and physios and trainers and stuff that are helping make those decisions and trying to build confidence in my leg the way it is now. And then hopefully it lasts and I can ski the whole winter, ski the whole summer, and then we'll see what happens in September. Feels pretty good. It feels good to be doing some more fun things in the gym and squatting with a bit of weight, but I'm not cleared yet to squat to full depth, so every day it's getting better.
I do things that keep me in shape. Like my passions outside of skiing keep me in shape. And I don't do them to ski, I do them because I enjoy doing them. And then the byproduct of doing those things is that I really stay in shape. And that's where I was at the beginning of my career. It's like I call it the win-lose roller coaster. if I had a win, I'd be on a high. If I didn't have a win, I'd be on a low. So then maybe like 5 or 10, it's quite a while now. It feels like last year, but it was many years ago. I took myself off that. Then it's just about the process. Like, I enjoy the process. The byproduct of that is that I end up skiing better. You know, it's more healthy for me. I'm not thinking, fuck, I better be good, or hope I do well. I don't care. If I come last, I don't care. I'm not gonna come last. Like, I do the work. And if you do the work, it's gonna be there. You just have to trust that.
Joining me right here is Kyle Ead. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Tony. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I am absolutely giddy for this competition because it's going to feature every previous champion that has ever won it among the men, and of course the defending and only champion in the women's competition, Regina Jaquist, looking to stamp her dominance of this competition permanently by taking a 10th straight victory.
It's getting hard to listen when the clock is ticking, counting down the days gone by, praying for an answer to another question that will only be as you dry. You won't understand with your head in the sand. No, you won't. But I'll kiss the ground where you kneel till I grow my head to my heels. Splash your water, your wine, while you waste my precious time. Took a lonely feeling just to let the meaning sing like the sun goes down. Never close to heaven, felt my feet were burning from the same red hot ground.
5 meters, needs more than 3. Let's see what he's got. Round buoy number, horrid number 1. He's round buoy number 2. He needs to make up some lost ground here. He's round number 3, gets the 3. Oh, and he tries to make a play on number 4. And I don't know whether that is going to be enough for Freddie Winter. He's going to have to keep an eye on what's going on with backup scores.
I'm going to say I'm out. There's like 10 skiers left. I need basically 4 of them to screw up, I think. Whatever. I mean, yeah, I've been on a good run. I've been on it's been a year since I was below second. So I don't think it's going to shake out today, but that's all right. I mean, I won the last 3 tournaments. If I was going to screw up one of the last 3, it was going to be this one. The next one's a big one. Stupid. Just screwed up first round. If I'd done that first round, I'd be in great shape. But and I did that the hard way, like opting up and all that nonsense. But it's frustrating. But yeah, there you go. At least I didn't fly here. Drive home, go to bed, and wake up tomorrow and start again.
And our next skier coming to you from Santa Rosa Beach in Florida, it is Regina Jaquist. And our last skier to take to the water, current 2-time world slalom champion from Canada, Jamie Moore.
Coming back from the off season is always a bit of a challenging time of the year. When I first get back, really the first few sets, everything feels insanely fast and impossible. So the first week is getting back on the water, getting used to the speed, getting used to being on water and sliding around and the balance point and everything that goes with it, and getting your body used to that pull, because the amount of load that we have against the boat is insane. And no matter what you seem to do in the gym in the off season, when you get back on the water, it's pretty aggressive on your body.
Here we go, 3 for the podium. There's 1.
1's fine. 2 will be important. It's an okay 2. She'll probably get over to 4 from here.
Yeah, she can. Oh, look at this.
Turn 4. It's a
yeah,
good
she
4,
can.
actually.
She's still there, you know. Oh, look at this. As she earned your vote for Skier of the Day with a performance of 5. Look at that.
That's coming up clutch in the final.
I would say women's slalom is becoming very competitive. I think when I was growing up, it was not. Regina was dominating everything, and she's still very dominant, but now you have Whitney, who is starting to push her. when I was younger, and then Manon came into the picture, and then I came into the picture, and now it's a bit more of a battle for those top spots. And every year it seems we're having more people moving into those top areas. Allie Nicholson's running 10.7 now, and all the other girls are right there. So anytime there's a little bit of a mess up, there's people there to fill your spot. And I think it's really pressuring a lot of the top skiers, but it's also allowing us to get better and drive. And really, you got to be on your game every event, because there's every single one of those girls wants to win.
And Jamie, who's coming next, hasn't done any skiing. I mean, I cannot tell you how impressive it is that she ran 39 having been skiing for maybe 2 weeks. Come on then, Regina.
Here we go, folks. This now is Regina Jaquist running with Bravo 1 on 10.75 meters. Anything more than 5 will give her the lead. Here she comes, round buoy number 1. Good hookup. Excellent on round number 2. Little stretched out into number 3. Oh, and she pops the tail.
That is
wow.
crazy.
She's
And
hurt herself. I think she's put her hand through the handle.
Oh my word, the boat. Yeah, I mean,
No, she looks a bit better now. Okay.
She's waving it away, but definitely something happened there on that fall. She had a killer one ball. Let's get behind Jamie Bull. There's Whitney McClintock watching on. She is nervous. This girl on the water needs to run all 6 buoys to take this title. It'll be her first Swiss Pro slalom title. As she goes round number 1, it's a little slow. Can she sit on that 2 ball?
And number 2, trying to hold this.
Great 3. Oh my God.
Number 3. There's number 4. Oh, a little bit back
here
on number 4.
There's no way.
She is all
on number 5 and number 6, and then it's your Swiss
Unbelievable
Pro
with that 4.
Slalom Women's Champion.
That is outrageous.
Regina has won Swiss Pro for 9 years, so it was going to be her 10th straight win in the 2024 Swiss Pro. So I was able to take the win, and that was awesome to finally get a new winner.
2024 Swiss Pro champion, coming off the world title. Wow.
I think this increase in competitiveness in the women's field is really coming from our ability to go to events and make money. I think when I was younger, we didn't have that many events that were really supporting women, and the cash prize was quite low. So it made it really difficult for people to go and make this their job and have an income, train so hard and travel and compete and spend a lot of money in the process to go to tournaments if there's no return. Whereas now the Pro Tours come in, we have equal cash prize at the majority of our events, and it's allowing us to make a living with water skiing and see a bit of a future and make it worthwhile for us to go. So it's really pushing that level of skiing because we have more people that stay in the sport for longer. They're not quitting after juniors. We're seeing all those strong junior skiers moving into the open category, having this push, seeing some of the other girls that are making a living out of it, and it's pushing them to push us.
How much did the wind change? Did it affect anything? Because we can hear it come through the trees and hear it up in the booth.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to say if the wind was a huge factor in it, just with the little bit that I've seen. I mean, if you told me this weekend that I'm thinking...
This is 41 off. He's set up on his gates nice
fast,
and wide.
maybe.
Sits
Here
back
it
a little
comes.
bit. Bangs off number 1, a little bit loose.
And number 2, does he make it outside number 3?
No, he's inside.
Inside buoy number 3, tries to sell us, but no one's buying.
And the wind hits you, yeah, you're going to come up short.
Yeah, I think it was the first good turn of 22 I had, which maybe
I think it's a bit dragging the forward. It's got the lead outright.
At the instant replay here for Charlie Ross inside buoy number 3 now.
Good skiing though,
now you're
man.
fairly close to
so
design
close,
and development.
Here we go. On
Here
the
we
water,
go.
guys.
2 1/4 for the lead, 2 to tie. Come on, Joel.
Here he comes, round buoy
It's
number
a good
1.
one.
Gets
Come on,
a
mate.
good start.
He's going big here.
Look at
Come
this.
on, Joel. Oh my God, he's going to go
Number 2.
huge.
Round number 3.
Get around that 4.
Oh, he gets around number 4. He gets to the wake. Haha.
No, we're hearing he might not have got around 4, but...
Let me see it.
Yeah, so we got Joel here.
It's so hard to tell, man. Like, I might have been like just inside or just over it. But yeah, I mean, I'll go watch the review and see how it looks, and yeah, what do you guys think?
I wouldn't go and put any money down. I think you went inside it. But anyway, look, and that comes with all respect. I mean, you skied way better than I did today. But you know, it's amazing seeing you are in the lead.
That wind's weird. Yeah, it's cross. It's cross. It's almost a bit of a pushy tail as you pull out, and then it's head. So just keep an eye. There's a little flag on that green if you want to check it out.
But if we take out the one, very significant.
Yeah, I kind of see it as a crossy head on the 41.
World Championships, we did run 10.25.
But it's more of a cross than anything.
Got to fall.
It's cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more cross than anything.
Prize given by two nutritional bars. Skier of the day, vote at waterskibroadcasting.com/play. waterskibroadcasting.com/play. Those of you on the shoreline, if you've got your smartphones, go to waterskibroadcasting.com/play. For those of you that are watching from do the same. Make sure you get your vote in and vote for your...
A big pass, a 41 off pass. Can he get a piece of 4? Can he take the lead from Joel Poland?
Here he comes, 10.25 meters, gets the start that he needs into buoy number 1 and brings the handle up a little high, delays his turn into buoy number 2, gets round number 3. Does he go for the wake? Yes, he does.
It's a full 3.
Three times.
Beats Joel on the back up.
He ties Joel. He ties Joel with one skier left. Now,
with one.
Now the only he will, if Will beats him, then Joel goes into third, Rob goes into second.
Yeah.
But if Will gets 3, then there's a 3-way tie, and any of the 3 can win.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if it came as a decision between Joel Poland and Rob Hazelwood will have the upper hand so far as the backup score is concerned for any other position other than the win. Consistency for you in internet land is doing 3 buoys at 10.25 meters in every single round. Why don't you vote for Rob Hazelwood to win this beautiful 2U? If he gets more than 3, he wins. Here he goes, round number 1. Gets a good start. Round buoy number 2, he's there.
He's going to have to commit.
Commits on 3.
Commits.
Does he get outside number 4? And his second win in the Swiss Pro Slalom.
Shutting down the youngsters, the old
Hey,
guy,
congrats,
42,
James. That's
41
awesome
years
skiing
old.
there, both of
Alan,
you.
you
Well
winner.
done.
He's done it once before.
I didn't
He's done
lose
it
to you.
twice
I've lost
now.
you for like 5 years.
Final was good. You know, the kids before me, they skied well. You know, Rob and Joel went out there and put up a solid score. Going out to 3, I've got it, but don't fall off, because the guys before me already had 3. So I kind of safety checked into 3, got the rotation, got out to 4 through the pist. It's a good day. You would hope they're going to be the future of the sport. So, I mean, I know when I don't know if they feel like this, but when I was younger, sharing the podium with Wade or Andy, you know, the guys of the past, and just, I wouldn't be the skier I am today if I didn't have the opportunity to compete against them and see how they do things, see how they compete, see how they deal with success and failure. Like, to be a humble champion is a big deal, or to be a humble loser is also a big deal. But to share the podium with them, it's cool. Yeah.
I might just be the one. Now lately I'm not the same, no. Oh, I might just be the one. Yeah, now. Well, baby, don't hurt yourself, no. Said I might just be, come on, let's
Did it. He's just gonna flip over.